अब मैं नबातिया के एक ऐसे इलाके में मौजूद हूँ जिसमें आपको मेरे पीछे एक मस्जिद नज़र आ रही है जिसका मीनार तो मौजूद है, लेकिन बाकी जो मस्जिद है उसको तबाह कर दिया गया, उसका मलबा आपको नज़र आ रहा है। और यहाँ पर इस तरफ आपको तस्वीर नज़र आ रही हैं, ऊपर हसन नसरुल्लाह की तस्वीर है, लेकिन उसके पीछे जो है वो तबाही ही तबाही है। और यहाँ पे जो एम्बुलेंस और सिविल डिफेंस की जो मूवमेंट है, इससे हमें लग रहा है कि जो आगे इलाके हैं वहाँ पर बहुत सी डेड बॉडीज़ हैं और ज़ख्मी हैं, क्योंकि यहाँ पे हमें काफ़ी स्मेल आ रही है। अब हम नबातिया में जो सिविल डिफेंस का दफ्तर है यहाँ पे आ चुके हैं। आप देख रहे हैं यहाँ पे आपको बहुत से स्ट्रेचर नज़र आ रहे हैं और पीछे जो उनका एक ट्रक है उस पर लिखा हुआ है अल दफ़ा अल मदनी अल लेबनानी, और इस तरफ कुछ एम्बुलेंसेस भी हैं। तो हम आगे जाएंगे और यहाँ पे एक हॉस्पिटल भी है। नाउ वी विल टॉक टू डॉक्टर मुआफिक अलियाफ़ी. He is a very famous intellectual and author of Lebanon. Some of his books are in front of me. He writes in Arabic and English, and he's very famous in academic and diplomatic circles. So thank you very much for giving us time. Dr. Mowafak Alyafi, I would like to ask you a very simple question. What is your opinion about the recent talks held in Switzerland between Iran and United States? And after the talks, they issued a joint statement, and Lebanon was mentioned in that. Do you see any hope for Lebanon in this diplomatic effort?
Frankly, I can see that Lebanon has to decide whether we like it or not. We became part of this conflict that happened between United States and Iran. And we need to start acting in a more intellectual way in how to approach this matter. Because the war has been for Lebanon, it has been for the last 2 years and a half. It never ended. Although we felt or we thought it ended, but it didn't end. On the contrary, it's increasing day after day, and the Lebanese people are paying a lot of price for this matter, especially people from south of Lebanon. And they are all Lebanese, we are all Lebanese, and we feel towards each other, and we need to feel the pain that our brothers are feeling, so that we need to find a solution for everybody. Having said that, the solution has to be in compliance with our beliefs as Lebanese, because at the end, Lebanese people believe in the cause of Palestine, and at the same time, we do believe in Lebanon's independence and unity. So to reach this, we need to be more rational in approaching things, not emotional. So when it comes to the conflict between the United States and Iran, and the thing that Israel has done to Lebanon, of course, Israel is always supported by the United States. And we know that the United States is the only country that can convince Israel to do something, even if Israel does not want to do it. Because the relations between the United States and Israel are so strong. So we need to put all our efforts with the Americans, and benefiting from the American-Iranian agreement together, to put Lebanon in front of us and benefit from any positive outcome coming from this. Because if we put Lebanon as part of a conflict, we will never end. While if we put it as part of a solution, this will give the Lebanese a very big hope for a solution.
So during the talks between United States and Iran, the Iranian side made a condition that the Israeli troops must withdraw from the south of Lebanon. Do you hope that Israel may withdraw its troops from south of Lebanon?
I highly hope, and I would have, if I was in the parliament or in the office, I would have requested from our friends in the Americans to put us as same as Qatar and Pakistan, as observers in these in these talks because Lebanon is suffering from what's happening. So if we become part of, as an observer in these talks, definitely the benefit for Lebanon would be much better than being only watching what's happening outside and letting others decide what will happen to Lebanon. So the conflict today is not between Lebanon and the United States and Iran. The conflict is between what the Israelis want and what Lebanon can propose and offer. And there is a big conflict in this, what they are requesting and what can the government provide. So in order to reach a common denominator between all parties, we need to be more rational. And I believe rationality requests that we need to become observers and attending in all what's related to Lebanon in these talks, all what's related to Lebanon only. We're not part of any conflict originally between United States and Iran, but we are part of the outcome of this deal, definitely.
But United States and Israel, they made it very clear that Hezbollah and Lebanon should be disarmed. So do you think that if Hezbollah is disarmed, there will be peace between Lebanon and Israel?
I don't think so. Disarming Hezbollah is a reason for peace or not. Okay. Disarming Hezbollah, we need first of all to differentiate between what Hezbollah is acting as part of Lebanese resistance and what part of Hezbollah is acting as part of the Iranian Revolution Guards. So for me, Hezbollah are two parts. The part that is resisting the Israelis in Lebanon, these are Lebanese. The part who is sending rockets and missiles over Israel to provoke it to come and hit Lebanon, this is not doing the best for Lebanon. So for me, there are two agendas for Hezbollah. So what's important and needs to differentiate is that the resistance against the Israelis in Lebanon will continue as long as they are in Lebanon. And this is a right that no one can fight or confront because it's part of the United Nations rights, human rights. But going back to the sending missiles to other country from Lebanon, this is something that we need to find a solution for it. Once this is solved, the disarming Hezbollah in Lebanon is something very easy. Becomes very easy. It's not easy. Becomes very easy because it will be resisting the Israelis in Lebanon or not. While after they leave Lebanon, we can go back to the peace treaty that was signed in 1949 and the Israelis in their territories will be protected as they were most of the times, and we will be protected.
There are some people in Lebanon, when we ask them that why you people are not supporting the disarmament of the Hezbollah, they say that the Lebanese army is very weak and Israel is attacking Lebanon again and again. Israel occupied South Lebanon for 18 years, then attacked Lebanon again and again. Only Hezbollah is in a position to push Israel back, and Lebanese army cannot protect our borders. So that's why they don't support the disarmament of the Hezbollah. So can you say something about this logic?
Of course. Disarming, as I said, for me, Hezbollah are two parts. Resistance in Lebanon against the Israelis and attacking the Israelis outside Lebanon. Resistance in Lebanon is very normal to me. Okay. So, and it's not only Hezbollah because the resistance did not start with Hezbollah. Yeah. The resistance started with communists, Syrian socialists, Lebanese resistance people who were not part of Hezbollah. And the resistance started here in Beirut by someone called Khalid Alwan. He's from Beirut. So it was not only Hezbollah who was resisting the Israelis when they were in Lebanon. Once someone occupies your land, you need to resist. This is normal, this is natural. So today, I don't believe that only Hezbollah is resisting inside Lebanon. There are other groups of people, of Lebanese, who are resisting because they are hitting their homes, their lands, their corpse, everything. So this is normal. So as long as the Israelis are inside Lebanon now, so the resistance will continue. What is needed to be defined clearly is to differentiate between the Lebanese agenda in resisting the Israelis and the foreign agenda in provoking the Israelis on Lebanon. So this is the issue.
So what I understand that you are saying that resistance from Hezbollah is not a problem, but sending rockets and missiles from Hezbollah inside Israel is the problem.
For me, I consider this is provoking and giving our enemy, the Lebanese enemy, because today Israel is still an enemy for Lebanon, is giving them a card against the Lebanese, so they are coming in, they are hitting here and there. So we need to disarm our enemy from this card.
Okay.
Because if we look at the media outside Lebanon, after the 2nd of March, they said, oh, Hezbollah sent rockets, so it has given the right to the Israelis to do what they want. The Israelis were doing this for the last 18 months, for the last 16 months, and no one was mentioning anything. They were hitting in Lebanon, they had their points in Lebanon, and frankly, the Lebanese resistance didn't do anything during that period. So when they came in, of course, they need to resist. But is this resistance enough? Frankly, till today, it's not enough. But resistance is something that starts small and it accumulates day after day and it increases until the enemy feels that they cannot continue with us anymore. That's what happened between 82 and 2000. In 1982, when the Israelis invaded Lebanon, this resistance started and they evacuated Lebanon in 2000 after 18 years. But that was the accumulation.
But sorry to interrupt you. Don't you give the credit to Hezbollah that they forced Israel to withdraw?
Definitely, Hezbollah was the most who resisted the Israelis between 82 and 2000. But they were not alone. But they were the most, definitely, of course.
So what is the ultimate solution for bringing peace in Lebanon?
Today, we need to think Lebanese, first of all, should have one unified project together. We need to sit on a table, talk to each other, understand each other, understand what are our concerns, what are the challenges in front of us, and how to reach a solution. And we need to sit in an open-minded way, not in a blocked way. So if we sit together, and I'm sure that if we are open-minded, we can reach a solution that's beneficial for all parties around the table, that would protect and ensure that all concerns are being met. I believe this is number one. Number two, once we address outside Lebanon, we address as one party, not each one saying his agenda or his point of view. So that's why I believe it would be the first time you are hearing someone talking about, in a different language, giving credit for this party and giving credit to this party, because at the end we need our government to stand up, and we need the Lebanese forces. The Lebanese army is the army of Lebanon, and we need the arms in his hands only. But we need, at the same time, we need to create our country and our democracy in a good way, subject that we don't need any enemy inside our territories. So we need to balance between all these in order to reach the right solution.
Wherever I go in Lebanon, especially in the south, the people have a lot of expectations from Pakistan. Yeah. So what do you say about the role of Pakistan?
Frankly, when it comes to Pakistan, I'm biased for a reason, because I've been in excellent relations with the Pakistani people since more than 30 years, since 1994, when I first started assisting Habib Bank in Lebanon, and it was the first experience getting to know people of Pakistan from inside, how humble, how informative, how how decent they are. So when it comes to Pakistan, I'm biased because I highly respect your country, your capacity, what you were able to achieve during the last 50, 60 years. I believe you are a role model that others should follow. And I wish we can follow in Lebanon your experience. So the role that Pakistan played in achieving this agreement is extraordinary. And I believe no one would have imagined this. But definitely, because Pakistan always played an excellent role with its neighbors and with the Arab countries, whether with Iran, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and all this, you were able to achieve what you did. And frankly, without Pakistan, I don't believe these talks would have reached this good result at the end.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mowafak Alyafi.
Thank you.